Hey everyone, welcome to Hunt the Pale Gods. I'm DisturbingPuppet. So this is a game that I played when the demo came out a while back and really enjoyed the demo of. It's now fully out in 1.0, although there are no Steam achievements yet. I'm hoping those are coming soon. So we're just going to start a new run here and see how things go. I think I've only got... I did make a run with the initial character. I don't know if we've unlocked the other ones. No, we still just have the first one. So we have the fisherman. We're going to go... I don't know if it actually is going to let me choose normal. So I made it to like the third boss with a run, but didn't actually make it any further than that. So I kind of thought we might unlock somebody else. What do we need to do? Cards banished. Anathema cards gained. Grudges fulfilled. Unique winning cards. Stamina used. Okay, interesting. So, the fisherman, John Longane, a lover claimed by the sea, shadowy figures in the storm. It was no accident. Now the only thing that remains is vengeance in oblivion. So starts with Engraved Ring. First time the enemy is staggered, gain 5 HP, draw 2 cards. Very nice. Starts with Anchor Slam, 10 damage and some stagger. Fishing Net, range, stagger, move. So this game, it's a card game, but it's on a grid. So it's more like a card board game hybrid kind of thing. So let's see if I can actually select normal and begin. Awakened Child. But easier to explain once we get in. You turn your gaze inland, and the only thing you can see is the glow of a pale light. The hunt begins. So, we've got our health. We have insight, which is used for various different things. We can look at our deck. We have a few special items. We've got a healing rune. It's gained 5 HP and 10 HP over 2 turns. We have a kinetic rune. Add an anathema card to your draw pile and move 1. So movement is kind of important, so it's move in exchange for something bad, basically. We can look at our deck. Archive of stuff. I don't know if we'll go too much further. We'll probably just go to like the first boss and call it for today. See how that goes. So what are our options? I do love the weird glitching. That's really cool. 25 insight for healing rune is good. I don't have any cards to get rid of. 3 max stagger. So if your staggers, this is kind of the stagger meter. So if I get this filled up, certain attacks will do stagger damage. If you do that, at that point, you're going to do less damage and take more damage. And also reduces your movement. So that's the agility -1 is what that does. It reduces the speed at which you move. Can be really bad, of course. So increasing our stagger in exchange for HP means it's just harder for us to get stun locked, basically. But we've got less overall health. Not a lot of huge ways to get health back, though. I think I'm just going to take the healing rune. That's fairly simple. Veiled Shores. So we have a little path here. There are no choices. We're just going to kind of go up. The lanterns we can heal at or do some upgrades. So we have off here to the side some grudges. So what it wants me to do is each time I go through, it's going to have some various different grudges, which if I complete will give me insight. So what it wants me to do is fight one of these battles once, one of these battles once, one of these battles once, so etc. So you've done all of them, and then it'll finish, and then you get something. Reward options for this. Any order, get a Curio Insight card with extra rarity. So it's a Curio Insight and then card of rarity. So that's what we want to do. Doesn't have to be the particular order it's on here. The cards that you get, so you'll get a card after each fight, are going to be based on what you're fighting. So this beast one is like you're going to fight certain specific enemies at each one, but you're also going to get certain cards from each one. So that's something to kind of think about as well. We just need to do all these once anyway, so that's fine. Let's just go ahead and do the eye, I suppose. Alright, so here's our first enemy. The Keeper of Ashes. Critical conditions on turn N, create 2, it's over here, shadows on random spaces. Nothing really going to affect me that badly. Blessed by the Gaze, burning reduction every turn is increased to 3, so not able to like burn this person very much. Up here, it's kind of what the enemy is doing. Gain 10 HP, gain 1 strength, gain an arcane, move. So just kind of buffing himself. There's some things on the tile, so 3 stagger on entry into these. So what do we have? We've got a movement that costs me, so this is kind of our energy over here. A movement for 1. Fishing Net, very, very good card. We've got strikes. Let's go ahead and toss the Fishing Net. And with our move, we'll just kind of freely move up here. If we only have one target, we'll just automatically hammer away. And we can get out of the zone, which doesn't really matter because it's only giving you a buff. You're not actually attacking me at this point. So it's not a huge deal. I might just stay here. Actually hitting him with our anchor. So now he's going to move to deal 5 damage, ignite 2. So 5 damage and then set me on fire for a couple turns, which is pretty crummy, I would have to say. So every time we hit him, we do get the stagger up. Let's just really beat the crap out of him. I might as well while I'm here. I don't have quite enough to stagger him, unfortunately. I don't have any ways to draw cards. I can heal myself. I can move more. That's about it. And if I can stagger somebody, we get some stuff. I can only move a maximum of 2 between the 2 cards, even if I play them both, which isn't going to get me out of range. So I feel like there's not really much point in me even moving, because all of my attacks are very close range. Some of the other characters, so like the first 2 were in the demo, one of them had like the ability to do some ranged magical attacks to start with. So that's kind of a bit more... If you're aiming for long-range engagements, like that works better with that character. I did like that character a lot playing in the demo, but there were things that would like cost you insight and some things that might damage you in order to cast some of the spells. So some interesting kind of pluses and minuses. But yeah, there's really no point in me moving because we can only move 1 space with each one. So if we have increased agility, so right now it's move 1. If I had 1 higher agility, it would actually be move 2. And this would be move 2. If I had 2 higher agility, this would be move 3 and move 3. But yeah, no point in me moving. We just suck it up, get lit on fire. Awesome. Your starting position, direct range 1, ignite 6. So he's going to burn me even more, but I think we can kill him before he does anything. This one here, entering the space, claims the altar, gain an arcane. So this helps for like magic attacks and stuff. Let's just absolutely hammer the crap out of you, and you're staggered. We get some more cards. I'm just going to beat you down. So we get some insight, we get a new card. Searing Strike. 6 arcane damage, ignite 4. Very nice. Destroy random monolith within range 2 to any range, ignite 7. Only works if there are monoliths out there, so we have cards that create monoliths, so that's pretty nice. On ritual play, draw a card. I don't have any rituals. This one's good, but it's a point-blank attack as well. This one we could do a little bit of range with. But I don't have any way to create monoliths. Sometimes there are monoliths just on the map, just generally. I'll take the Searing Strike. The mood and the music in this game remind me a lot of Ring of Pain. So just kind of this background kind of noise and stuff. Very Ring of Pain to me. Alright, so we have Fog, some kind of strange encounter, or we could just do another fight. Sometimes these can give you some pretty good things, but they sometimes will cost insight. I do have a little bit, but I do want to finish off my grudge, so let's just go for the Primordial. Fight some kind of big, nasty, angry monster. So, critical condition on being staggered, gain 5% HP, gain 20% of max HP as armor. So if I stagger you, you're going to get stronger temporarily. Sanguine Druid. Starting position, ignite 6, retreat 1, create a monolith on 3 random spaces. So I need to get the heck out of this zone. That is very bad. This one here, entering this space, claims the altar enemy suffers ignite 6. So that's also quite good. I can only move 2, at least in this turn. But I feel like we definitely want to do that. And while I'm here, we just throw out some shots, rain some pain down on you, we avoid the attack. Primordial Hunger, gain 2 strength, 1 arcane, move 1. Do that, I'm going to move down and light you on fire. So he's staggered, but he's also on fire. So he's got a little bit of armor. It's being burned away. Then there's the monoliths. I think I can attack the monoliths. I'm not sure. I've only got 2 movement, though. Can I actually... No. Okay, so it kind of wasted my attack there. Fine, fine, fine. Be that way. So nothing's in range of my attacks. I can't move. We don't have enough energy. Just let you burn for a bit. 7 damage, 2 times, teleport next to you, push 1. So he's going to do a bunch of damage just in these tiles, though. There's no diagonal attacks in this. I could probably just kill him. I take some damage if I move into this tile, though. Do I want to take any damage? Not really. We can just let him burn. I think I'm going to do that. Just let you burn. So now he's going to move, 12 damage, stagger 3, but he's almost dead. We can just move in and kill him. We'll use the fishing net, get the free follow-up, and we'll use the Searing Strike, because why not? Insight, and another card. So, very themed, kind of based on what you're fighting. Lose 3 HP, move 2. It doesn't cost me anything, but not great. Stock, move 1, consume a shadow on your space. Otherwise, discard 2 random cards. So if you've got ways to produce shadows, this is really good. If you don't, not quite so great. Frenzy, 5 damage, move 1, 5 damage 2 times. That is pretty darn good. I will take Frenzy. Alright, so we still need to do... So that's that one. This is that one. And this one, I think is that one. Not 100% sure. So we have... It's not coming up. This was Umbral, Progeny, and Crystal something or other. Let's do... We have to kind of do them all. We've got one of those next. Let's do the crystal one, because it's not in the next set. Alright, so we're playing a Storm Blessed. Push effects reduced by 1, collision damage reduced by 1. On turn end, create a monolith on a random space. So you're going to make monoliths, but push effects do less, and collision damage is reduced. So you're going to push a bunch, gain some strength in Arcane. Since I'm here, I mean, I might as well. I don't have to move, I can just decide I'm not moving. Set you on fire, punch you a bit, and then I'm just going to sidestep out of your push. Probably should have just played the net last. 7 armor, move 1, create a monolith on 5 random spaces. That is a lot of monoliths. Okay, I'm going to go Frenzy. Get a big ton of damage there. Just absolutely destroyed that one. Dredge. Move 1, create a monolith on 2 random spaces, remove 1, exert. I think it's like a one-time. Start of your turn, discard cards equal to your exert value, then remove all exert. Call forth. Move 1, create a monolith within range 3, overpower, cause collision 2 times, stagger 1, draw a card, exert. It's all kinds of stuff. So basically it's an attack, stagger the enemy, draw a card, get rid of a card. This isn't too bad. This isn't too bad either. I'll take the overpower, I guess. Okay, we still need to do both of these. We do have a lantern, but I'm fine right now. Is it going to tell me who the boss? No, just boss. Alright, go for the Progeny. Custodian. Lost Memories. Move 1, 8 arcane damage, any range. Next turn, exile a card. This, if we grab it, enemy suffers 8 stagger, so that's quite good. I don't know that I want to be in this zone, though. That's a good chunk of damage. I can move a couple spaces. We can move one, and then I can move another with this, if I had to. I think I'm just going to move up next to this, and then call it good. You have to exile, so get rid of a trudge. It's fine. Birthright. Gain 10 armor, move 1, 2 strength, 1 arcane. I'd kind of like to get a bunch of stagger. The enemies will use these against you, so let's do that. Let's get you a ton of staggered. And I don't think I'm going to do anything else. He's got armor. He's going to try to dissect me now. Move 2, 10 damage, any range. Next turn, exile a card. So he's got his armor up, which is unfortunate. I do have a couple move. So let's do that. He is staggered, though. So do I go in and hitting? I can do a lot of damage right now. Despite his armor, I can hit him for a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. Let's just absolutely beat the snot out of him. So knock down his armor, beat him up a bit, lit him on fire, and I can still get away. Thanks to my ring, basically. Okay, you want me to exile something? The Overpower, I think. Doomseer, move 2, 10 damage for 2 turns, draw a fewer card at the start of your turn. He's still on fire a little bit, not that much. Use this to get next to you. Get a hit off. It's not enough to kill him, though. It's very close. So we just eat a bunch of damage, then I can eat him, basically. Time skip. Exert 2, next turn draw 2 cards. Draw 1 card more at the start of your turn. So it's a ritual, so it's active for the rest of the fight. Dissect, 8 arcane damage on hit, add a cosmic shard, and exile a card. I think that's decent. Let's take the dissect. We have a mystery event. Burning gaze. The flaming eye appears in the sky, gazing at you. You feel as your whole body is on fire. Spend 60 insight, gain an eye card, increased rare chance. Gain an anathema card, gain an eye card with even more rarity chance. Make a rude gesture, complete a random grudge target. It probably will put me into a fight then at that point. Let's just spend the insight. Well, I don't know. We could get an anathema card is just a negative effect, and we unlock some of the characters by getting them. So let's do that and save my insight. So we get paralysis. We'll have to take a look at that in a moment. What's our card choice? Altar Stones. Create a monolith on 3 random spaces. Gain 1 stamina. The stamina... Some cards require stamina to be played. Stamina can exceed the maximum, but it's reset. Yeah, I don't think I've seen anything recently that required stamina. Lord of Ashes. On Ignite. So this is a ritual, so they're active for the rest of the fight. On Ignite, consume a random shadow to reduce Ignite by 2. This effect repeats while Ignite and shadows remain. So, if I'm ignited... Consume a random shadow to reduce Ignite by 2, I guess. I like this better. All hits cause Ignite. Let's take that. So we have a spell we can kind of plan on using. Alright, here, unfortunately, neither one is the one we need. Let's take a look. Paralysis. For 3 turns, draw 1 fewer card at the start of your turn. Then it's exiled. Unfortunate. Okay. Can I see what cards? I don't know if I want to go Exalted or the Crystal. Let's do Exalted again, I guess. Harbinger. Every 16 cards played, teleport next to you at the start of your turn. That's not nice. Currently, 4 damage, Ignite 4. That's not wonderful either. I have no movement at all. So I will just stand here. Meteor! Calling a meteor down on me. That's not nice. 5 damage, Ignite 4. If we grab this, gain 20 armor. We also get some insight. Okay. We can do that. Let's move. Let's use this. First one misses, but then we get 10 attack off there. Nail you with the Searing Strike. And then I'm going to move into here. Doomseer. Move, 8 damage, 2 turns, draw fewer cards. Yeah, I'm kind of in here to fight now at this point. There's not a lot I can do. I can't get this active, I've only got 2 energy. If I want to actually get up and hit stuff. So I think we just move in. We can get him staggered. So we'll plan on that. Let's go slam first. There's our stagger. Get a punch. The overpower. Your paralysis. That's unfortunate. So it's only going to do 4 damage to me, but it's still damage. We'll have to discard something. Let's discard just a basic strike, I guess. 10 damage. Can we kill you? This is 15 damage. 25. Yeah. Just stay put. Smack him again. Hit him with an anchor. Down you go. Nothing enjoys being hit by an anchor. Ichor. On shadows, consume. Gain HP. Huh. Okay. Get draw 2 cards, move to exile. Not bad. Cosmic Shards gain extra range. Add a Cosmic Shard. Add 3 Cosmic Shards. Cosmic Shards, I think, are like a very simple basic attack. Don't necessarily like having things that cost me a lot. But this is a move and draw, which is pretty good. So I'll take that. If I was to get rid of cards at this point, now we're probably going to get rid of our 2-cost movement cards. Yeah, I don't have this coming up next either. Alright, we don't have a choice. We go for the eye. Flame Speaker. Ignite 4, retreat. Not very nice, I would say. I don't have any movement, so we'll get this active. Yeah, it's going to be hard to burn this character, though, because he's got this burn resistance, so if it's 3 or less, it just goes away. But I have absolutely no movement at all. And no ranged attacks, so we just stand here and take it. Move 2, 4 damage, Ignite 2. I could just hang out, because he's going to move down. Because I don't really have a lot of other attacks. You're out of range for the net. I'm going to use a healing rune, because I am on fire, and I'm just going to hang out. Start position, 6 ignite. Up here we've got 8 stagger. I have 2 paralysis now, awesome. Well, I can do a little damage, but that's about it. Did set him on fire, because we do have that spell going, basically. Don't think I want to use both paralyses on the same turn. We get lit on fire. Okay. I'm gonna get some health back. I don't like that very much. Let's draw some cards. And I'm gonna stay put. Let's just beat on you. I can get him staggered, but he's not doing an attack right now, so I kind of feel like it's sort of pointless. So I'm going to see if I can make use of it next time. Oh, I'm too close for your spell. Look at that. Set you on fire, see how you'd like it. Let's go grab that, get you all nice and staggered. Use my frenzy, get a bunch of damage off, take you out. Okay, another Searing Strike, actually pretty good. Altar Stones, not really that useful. Backstab, retreat 1, gain 1 stamina. So I think I just have to retreat and I have to move away. I think I'd rather have the Searing Strike, honestly. Kill things faster. That's the way to win. Okay. Pretty good stuff there. Still not coming up. I do have a lot of insight, so let's hit the fog, see what we can get. Dark Opera. A dark vision, a theater, an actress in terrible agony. Shadows dance in the corners. Applaud, gain an umbral card. Cry from joy, anathema and umbral. Boo, complete a random grudge target. I could do that because that would finish off my grudge that I currently have. Let's do that. Grudge fulfilled. Curio, we get a lantern silhouette. On shadow, create 10, gain a stamina. So we have to make shadows for this to work. I don't really have anything making shadows at the moment. So I should probably look into that. That's probably the least useful item I've ever found. This one's okay, because some of the enemies do create shadows. So now we've got a whole new set of grudges. And for this one, insight or a card with bonus rarity. We could do a little healing, don't really need to. We could get rid of a card, potentially. Good attacks here. Decent attacks here, too, honestly. Let's go for the, like, monstrous beasts. Oh, that's creepy. Ragged Wanderer. It looks like a bear that's been skinned and then split open. On being staggered, gain 5 HP, 20% max HP is armor. It seems like this group, they always do that. Move 2, 3 damage 2 times, any range exert 2. So these tiles just are falling apart and doing damage anyway. Yeah, 6 damage right off the bat. I can move 1, but that's about it. I'm outside of the zone. I don't really have anything else to do. I'm just gonna let it ride. 2 cards to discard. That's not great. Trudge. I can get cards with this. And the strike. So up here, Arcane and Insight. Arcane would help for any arcane damage stuff. 5 damage 2 times and stagger 2. That is not great for me. Draw 2 cards. Then I can move 2. Grab that. Really want to hit you, but I don't really want to take 10 damage. There's no diagonal attacks. I probably should just get out of the zone. But I can do a lot of damage right now. Okay, I'm gonna Frenzy. We'll go here, hit you twice. Searing Strike. And a Fishing Net, move, and move out. Blood Burst. Move 1, 5 damage, any range, add 3 hemorrhage to your discard pile. Well, that doesn't sound good. I can stagger you, but then you're going to get angrier. Well, you get some health back, and some armor, which is unfortunate. Yeah, it's pretty much my only option here. Let's move on in. Get you all nice and lit up. Smack you with that. Hit you again. Knock down your armor a little bit. And then I just eat some damage. What's this? 1 agility for 2 turns. That means we can move a lot faster. Gain 2 strength, gain arcane move. So you're not really going to do much. We could just take you out here. Have the Searing Strike. Have some overpower. Give you something good. Crush. 13 damage. Stagger 2. Discard a card. Not bad. Stock. We don't have a way to create shadows. There aren't a lot of shadows yet. Range 2. 5 damage 2 times. That sounds fantastic. I will mutate and have some talons. Yes, please. Alright. I still do have a lot of insight. Let's work on the grudge, I guess. I don't know what the book is. Storm Blessed. Push effect reduced, collision damage down, create a monolith on a random space every turn. You are right next to me. Right now you're gaining armor, moving, creating monoliths, so nothing too bad. Let's exile the paralysis. Got the Cosmic Shard, 4 damage, exile. Enjoy. Get a whole bunch of damage off here. $16 damage. I might be able to just kill you. Let's take that. Eat talons, buddy. Searing Strike. Overpower, down you go. Destroy all monoliths next to the enemy to cause collision equal to the monoliths destroyed +1. That's pretty cool. Gorge, destroy a random monolith within range 2 to gain some stamina. Scuttle, move 1, exert 1. I kind of like the Shatter. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I'm going to take that. So what is this? Doesn't say. I mean, I can't not grab the mysterious book. Oh, it's a vendor. Okay. So card of one of these. Mutation is a non-anathema card to permanently remove from your deck. Gain a random common or uncommon card instead. Ancient Vigor is a healing rune. First Light. Something we get at the start of the battle. Okay. So, can't really do a whole lot here. Remove a card, get a healing rune. We're still doing okay on health. Start with a card, Get a card. We might as well get a card. What's cheap? These are pretty cheap. Let's just grab a cheap card. Let's see what our options are. Meteor, direct range 3, so a little range attack, 10 damage on hit, enhance 5. I think that increases damage. All other effects on this card will be increased by X for this battle. So every time we use it, it gets better. On shift, add 2 cosmic shards. Shift is select cards from discard pile. I don't have any shift stuff. 10 arcane damage 3 times. Stagger 1, exert 1. That's pretty cool. I think I'm just going to take the Meteor, though. A little bit of ranged attacks. I'll leave the other stuff. That's fine. Let's just go. Alright. So I do need this one. So we'll go for Progeny. Another Harbinger. Get staggered for every 2 cards played. Start position, direct range 3, 10 damage. Not nice. I don't have any movement. I do have a 2 range attack, but I don't have any movement. We do have a way to move 1 for an anathema. Now I can hit you with the talons at least. It's something. But everything else is close range, which is kind of the way this character is set up. Ow. Gain 11 armor. That's not nice. Over here, ignite the enemy. Despair. Add 1 despair to your draw pile. Exile. Let's draw some cards. Move up. Gonna frenzy. Move there. Hit you for a bunch. Strike you. Do that. We'll get rid of the despair. Thanks. Have a meteor in the face. He's not attacking me, so inside this zone is fine. We don't need to rush out of it or anything, so I'll just stay put. So we're going to do 10 damage, 2 turns, draw less cards. I can do a ton of damage to you, though. There aren't any monoliths nearby to blow up. Let's go ahead and stagger you. I can move, but there really isn't much point. So I can't get out of the zone. Well, I could have. I had the energy. I could have actually moved, and we could have trudged out. Alright, taking a bit of damage now. I think we just want to get out of here. So let's activate this, so all my attacks will set you on fire for now. Move over, try to get that. You're still burning. Okay, I would like to kill you now, preferably. I don't have the movement. Oh, I'm next to you already. For some reason I was thinking I had a space away. Never mind, you're dead. flask. Start a battle, gain 2 stamina, draw a card. Alright, that's a decent item. Draw 1 more card at the start of your turn. Ritual, so for the rest of the fight. Exile a card to move 1. Shift a card, exert 1. For 2 turns, draw a card. So shift, we get something back from the discard pile. Then we have to get rid of something, and then for 2 turns we'll draw a card. That's okay. This is good if we can get this out early. So we'll take that. We'll have a couple different rituals. Okay, we're off to fighting monstrous beasts. We are getting close to the end here. Big angry birdie. Raven spawn. A big staggered, 5%, same kind of thing. Get some armor. Move 1, 5 damage 2 times, stagger 2. I'm out of the range, and you're going to end up in this. I don't know if this will actually do damage to you, though. While I'm here, though, I have a ton of stamina here. So let's go draw an extra card at the start of every turn. All my hits cause damage or fire for the rest of the fight. So we have some really cool upgrades for the fight. I could move in and get some hits off, but I think I would rather just avoid getting smacked. Alright, don't want to stay here. You're not attacking, so we do need to move in. So we will move. Throw a meteor at you first. Got 7 burning going on you. No monoliths nearby. Yeah, just burning away. Up here, that more fire. Yeah, ignite 6. And insight. 12 damage, stagger 3. That's not great. I can do a lot of damage. Let's go ahead and Searing Strike. And Talons. Do the collision, draw something. Oh, they actually killed you. I thought you'd still be alive. Crush. 13 damage, stagger 2, discard a card, charge, move 1, 8 damage. Nice to have a combo of like movement and some damage. And then we'll keep getting stock, but I need ways to create shadow for that to be really good. This is a really good attack. There's usually something I can discard, but I do like the move combined with damage. I need more movement cards, so I'm going to take the charge. Alright, boss is next. We probably want to heal up first. I can't finish my grudge. So, yeah, let's just heal. The pale light of the lantern welcomes you a moment to recover from the horrors, or perhaps a chance to burn away your fears. Let's heal it up. The Profane Temple, our first boss. Oh, it's some goth chick. It's Lavinia, Lady of Stygian Threads. So not all the bosses are human. Like, most of the enemies are not humanoid, but sometimes some of the early bosses are. Turns end if there are at least 15 shadows. Consume 3 random shadows to heal. Okay. Start position, range 1, 4 damage, 2 times, create a shadow. We don't want to be here then. I don't have much movement, though. Okay, I have 1 movement. And we can move a bit more with this. Did take the stagger from getting into there. I just need to get out and maybe get a meteor off. So move over. Throw a meteor at you. Just to do something. She's got a ton of health. She's hard to burn. Alright, nothing else I can do there. So now the shadows. Now the shadows... Yeah, I need a way to consume the shadows. Some of the spells like consume shadows in exchange for doing other stuff. I don't have anything that does that. 3 damage 3 times, create a shadow on 2 random spaces. If I did, she'd be easier to fight. It's 9 damage coming out. That is quite a bit. Let's go ahead and get this going. We'll draw more cards. I can get to her and hit her a few times, but I suppose I should. There really isn't much else for me to do here. Three damage 3 times again. No monoliths around for me. Let's get you on fire, little missy. Let's dissect you as well. Can't use the trudge anyway, so get rid of that. Let's just get out so we don't get hit for the 9 damage. No strings on me. Create a shadow. Teleport away, gain 2 strength. Alright. Net ya. Get you nice and staggered. Set you on fire. Punch you in the face. Unleash my birdie minions. And that's about all I can do. Start position, 10 damage, create a shadow. That's not nice. I can't get out of it, though. Need ways to create monoliths. Might be a good option for us at some point. I haven't taken too much damage yet, and I still have a healing rune, so we'll just have to kind of live with it. I'm just going to head her general direction. There's nothing else I can do. Ow. Crescendo of Gloom. On all shadows, attack 20. Create a shadow on 3 random spaces. Nasty. I mean, I could hit you with the meteor. That's about it. Otherwise, I can move 2. We could use a frenzy and a move to get up here, but it's not enough to do anything. So let's just head down and throw a meteor at you. Dance Macabre. 3 damage 3 times, shadow on 2 random spaces. So when you get how many? 15, consume 3, heal 30. Yeah, it's going to be a pain. Let's net you, and then I'm going to move. Four damage 2 times, create a shadow. Well. I have a meteor. Let's draw some cards. Rush you. A little bit of damage. No monoliths. No stamina. 9 damage this time. I might want to go ahead and use a healing stone here. Yeah. Alright. Searing Strike. Anchor Slam. Frenzy. Stay put. More Frenzy. Talons. You're nice and staggered. And we'll dissect you. Get rid of the card I can't use. Cosmic Shard. Just a massive amount of damage that round. $10 damage, create a shadow. Well, we might as well punch you a bit while we're here. And I can move one, but it's not going to do any good. So I'm just going to eat it to do some damage. I'm healing through a little bit of it, but we've got you pretty much toast now. Yeah, you're doomed. Frenzy. There we go. Lavinia is dead. Just like that. First boss. Oh, we got some health back. Look at that. Twin Lantern. Max stamina +2. That's cool. Divine card. Relentless, push 5, teleport adjacent to enemy. That's interesting. Plans within plans. The next 2 cards that exile themselves are instead discarded. That's not bad either. Consume a shadow on your space to gain 2 strength. Destroy a monolith next to you to gain 2 strength. So this works with consuming shadows for getting some health back. We just need some cards that create some shadows. So that's the umbral stuff, so I might want to prioritize that. I think I'm going to take this because that'll help play into the artifact I have. And then we go to the next zone, which is the Inverted Sea. But I think you get the point about what the game is like. So it is a very cool, interesting Lovecraftian horror game. It has a lot of different things you don't often see in games like this. So the movement on the board is a little limited, but I think it makes it a lot different. So it really stands out compared to a lot of the other kind of card games, especially Lovecraftian card games and stuff that are out there. So I do like that a lot. The cards are really cool looking. The monsters are pretty cool looking. I think just like a very small team made this. So it might just be just one guy that made this. So I think it's a very interesting, good, different kind of game, which is nice to see something a little different out there. So hopefully people who are interested will check it out. This has been Hunt the Pale Gods. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.